The number of open pole right half plane poles of the given transfer function is g of s is equals to 10 divided by s to the power of 5 plus 2 s to the power of 4 plus 3 s cube plus 6 s square plus 5s plus 3 is option A 0, option B 1, option C 2 and option D 3. To find the open right half plane poles of any transfer function, we use Routh criterion. To apply Routh criterion, the characteristic equation of the transfer function must have all positive coefficients and also all the coefficients should be present, that is none of the coefficients must be 0. In the given transfer function, we have all the coefficients for s to the power of 5 to s power of 0. So we can apply the Routh criterion here. The Routh criterion table is the characteristic equation is this one. While writing the Routh table, we write first the coefficient of s to the power of 5, that is 1, next coefficient of s cube 3, next coefficient of s, that is 5. In the row s to the power of 4, we write 2, the alternative terms 6 and 3. The next element of the row is 2 into 3 minus 1 into 6 divided by 2, that is 2 into 3 minus 1 into 6 divided by 2. This we get it as 0. The next element is 2 into 5, 10 minus 1 into 3, 3 divided by 2. We can write it as 7 by 2. We can observe that the first element of this row is 0. So it is not possible to proceed further. When a situation like this comes, what we do is we replace this 0 with another term, that is epsilon, a small element epsilon which is almost 0 plus, that is just greater than 0 but a positive quantity, and we go further. In the next row, the first element will be epsilon into 6 minus 2 into 7 by 2 divided by epsilon, that is 6 epsilon minus 7 by epsilon. This element will be epsilon into 3, because we have 0 here, 2 into 0 is 0, divided by epsilon will be again 3. For the next row, the element here will be this term multiplied by this term minus 3 epsilon divided by this term, that is 6 epsilon minus 7 by epsilon into 7 by 2 minus 3 epsilon whole divided by this term, 6 epsilon minus 7 by epsilon. This we can write as 7 by 2 minus 3 epsilon square divided by 6 epsilon minus 7. This term will be automatically 0 because these two terms are 0. In the last term will be 3. To find the number of poles in the right hand side of the S-plane, we need to count the sign changes in the first column of this Routh table. When the first element of a row is epsilon, when counting the sign changes, we must ignore this element. Now let us see the other elements. In this element 6 epsilon by 7 by epsilon, we can see that as epsilon tends to 0, this will be negative. So from 1 to 2, that is there is no sign change. From 2 to this term there is a sign change. 2 is positive and this term we are getting it as negative. So there is sign change, one sign change, and this is negative. And what about this term? We have 7 by 2 minus 3 epsilon square divided by 6 epsilon minus 7. As epsilon tends to 0, we can see that this will be 0. So 7 by 2 is a positive number. From negative number to positive number, there is another sign change. Another sign change. This is positive number and this is a positive number, so there is no sign change. So totally in the first column we have 2 sign changes. So the number of right hand S poles in the S plane will be 2. That is option C.